When you know God in the fellowship of His suffering, like the scripture says, then you're going to know Him in the power of His resurrection. You may be in Gethsemane now. God's been good to you. You've seen His blessing, but you're in a time of pressing, squeezing. It's uncomfortable. People have come against you, strain in your finances. A child has an illness. You're on a road that you didn't choose, facing things you don't understand. God sees what you're dealing with. He knows who did you wrong, what wasn't fair. When He's not removing the pressure, that means you have the grace to withstand.
What do you fear most in life? Ill health? Some financial loss? Loss of a loved one? What do you fear most? Is it death? Or maybe failure in some particular area of your life? We probably all have areas that we have to deal with. Probably have to find ourselves talking to God about them several times, many times, sometimes whatever it might be, it may be every day. But what are you afraid of? What really haunts you? Well, if you have courage, you can handle anything that haunts you. Be strong. Not fearful, be strong and courageous. We have a choice of facing the difficulties we face in life in one of two ways. We can do it courageously or we can do it fearfully. And God doesn't want His people living fearfully. He says, I have not given you the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. God wants us to be triumphant. He wants us to be courageous and bold, whatever we face in life. And He's made promises to make it possible for us to face anything and everything and still be standing when the battle is over.
Life expands or shrinks in proportion to your courage. Many, many great things have begun with a single act of courage throughout history and today. A person steps out and makes one courageous decision, and that one domino starts many other dominoes following. Stanley said, this is my friend Andy, we have to step out and take the first step. And we may never know the ripple effect that one courageous decision. Catalyst leaders, your decision is to do something courageous, and it may result in something greater than you ever imagined. Step out. Courage is not waiting for your fear to go away. We know this. We know this at the gut level. But many times fear still holds us back. Fear usually is connected to the uncertainty about the future. But uncertainty about the future is never going to go away. I tell leaders all the time, uncertainty is why they are leaders. Uncertainty gives you job security. Whenever there's uncertainty, there will always be a need for leaders, which means always stepping out in the unknown, which always requires courage. I loved his statement, courage was like moving the dominoes. And I run into people all the time that say, well, I'm not certain about it. Leaders are always uncertain. We're never sure. But that doesn't eliminate courage. It's courage that gets people to move, not certainty. Courage is living one's convictions in the face of fear. Fear, it can be a speed bump, but it shouldn't be a stop sign. The Bible never says that courage and fear are mutually exclusive. In fact, the most courageous acts take place despite fear. The book of Hebrews expresses this quite graphically. Stand firm on your shaky legs. I love that, huh? Those who follow will become strong. In San Diego, every year I would take my staff on a retreat, and every year I would do this exercise with them. New staff members that had come on during that year, I would give them the plaque, and the plaque would say, I don't have to survive. And I would tell new staff members, you're on staff not to play it safe. You don't have to survive here. You don't even have to live. But be courageous, that we have fear and we have faith, and the stronger emotion will always win. If my faith is stronger than my fear, which is positive, then I'll do the things that faith requires. If my fear is stronger than my faith, I'll always do the things that fear requires. You got to feed your faith. You got to starve your fear. This is one of my favorite leadership quotes by Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela said, during my lifetime, I've dedicated my life to the struggle of the African people. I have fought against white domination, and I fought against black domination. I've cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all people live together in harmony and have equal opportunities. It's an ideal which I hope to live for and to see realized. But my Lord, he's talking to the judge, if it needs be, it's an ideal which I am prepared to die. Courage is the door that can only be opened from the inside. Someone on the outside can't do this for you. You gotta open it from the inside. This means only you can do it, and you can do it.
You have to take chances in life. If you don't take chances in life, you'll never have the life God has for you. Life is about risk. If you play it safe in life, you ain't gonna have much of a life. If you play it safe, you won't have much of a life. Life is risk. It takes courage to pursue your dream. I just did it. It cost me everything, but eventually God is very good, man, when he sees you take a leap of faith. He supplies you everything you need. Now, it's going to cost you something. But most people are not willing to pay what it costs to go after your dream, because you're going to have to hurt a little bit. And most people don't like being uncomfortable. If you don't want to be uncomfortable, please do not pursue success, because success is a very uncomfortable feeling. And I learned to be comfortable being uncomfortable. If you can get that in your head, this too shall pass. Every moment of everything you've ever gone through, God got you through it. You didn't even realize it. He just got you through it. You can't name one thing he didn't pull you through. Well, I lost my mother. I'm still grieving over that. I lost my mama 21 years ago. I still grieve over it, but I'm here. You know, I got through it. You're going to get through it. But you got to take chance in life, man. Can't play it safe, y'all. You got to jump. You got to go for it.
You've lived a life dominated by doubt and fear. How do you step into bravery? Step. That's how you step into bravery. Step. Take the step. Step aggressively towards your fear. And that step towards your fear is the step into bravery. Because we're scared of what we don't know. And there is only one way to learn and to know, and that is to confront that fear. You have to step, you have to go. And this simple action, this simple attitude, it answers so many questions. So many questions. How do you get to the gym every day? You step. You go. How do you change your diet? You step. You go. How do you overcome fear of failure, or fear of success, or fear of fear itself? You step. And how do you face the fear of the unknown? You step. Don't wait anymore. Don't think anymore. Don't plan anymore. Don't contemplate anymore. Don't make any more excuses or justifications. Don't rationalize anything else. No, and no. Instead, be aggressive. Take action now. And what is the first action that you need to take? What's the first step you need to take? The first step you need to take is just that step.
You know, the pressures on us are overwhelming from Wall Street or our own egos or from internal incentive structures or our bosses, whatever it is. The pressures are overwhelming for us to play the finite game. And so how do you stand up to massive external pressure? Courage. And courage is something that comes from relationships. You know, it's external. A world-famous trapeze artist would never attempt a brand new death-defying act for the first time without a net. They would never do it. So why do we think that we could do something difficult without external support too? I've had the opportunity to meet real heroes, people who've risked their lives to save the lives of others with the belief that they were going to die, and they didn't. And when asked, why did you do it? They all say something similar, which is they would have done it for me. It's external. And so we have to take the time to foster and take care of people around us, to nurture our relationships, because when we're going to be doing something difficult, when we're going to be swimming upstream, when we're going to be innovating and doing something different, there are days we're going to doubt ourselves. There are days we're going to get knocked in our ass. There are days that storms are going to rise, and we have to have people who say, I got your back. You need to do this. We need you. The world needs this. Keep going. I believe in you, you know? And so courage comes from not only our willingness to do that for others, but then their willingness to do it for us. And if we commit ourselves to a just cause and we're willing to do those things, then, you know, the great thing is we take a lot of people with us and change the world for the better. And isn't that sort of the point of an infinite life? To leave this world in better shape than we found it, to leave the companies that we work for in better shape than when we started, to leave our families stronger and better capable than they can do without us. You know, isn't that what it means to live an infinite life? That we can literally live on beyond our own lives.
As a follow-
Hello guys, today our topic is take courage, strong your soul. A sunshine over a turbulent score, and the quiet moments of down crunch starts within. Scenes of challenges and moments of doubt. Do you have a forced storms and uncritically with relations and destinations? Imagine transition to a moment of perseverance and inner strength. Your journey is a transformation to the power within your soul. It's a sense of supportive friends, family, and monitors offering acknowledgement, shielding by love and support. You find the strength of overcome. The courage of within you will lace a spirit that cannot be broken. Stringeth your soul. It's your backbone through adventure. The finger walks forward, impaired by inner strength, accompanied by uplifting music. The script aims to inspire courage and fortitude, emphasizing the realization of the soul and the power within the overcome challenges is the most strongest of uncritically with relations and destinations. Transition is to a moment of the